the corner. By the way, while we were listening to Rachel Asmo, Valenzuela hit a jumper. Looks like Marcel Ruby called for that foul. Second personal laban kay Selan. Yan po ang unang team foul ng second quarter. At balik po sa free throw line si Jovi Sese. Sese had 2 points and 2 rebounds. Laban to Shell at Wilder last game. His conference high is 7 points. Up for Pop Cola. Dito sa NBA, he played for the Laguna Lakers and the Pasig Pirates. Willie Miller is back in the game. Sese is added to his team. Tapos nawala sa lineup ni Engiao si Von Harp and Nick Denisi. The Phonepals have Alapag, Miller, Don Belbelano, Don Camaso, and Mark Clemens Salan on the hard court. Miller laban kay Robinson. That's an Olongapo matchup right there as Torion gets the leather. Torion on the move, side step a la Iverson, no go. Belano gets the ball for Talking Tech, counter attack by the Phonepals. Belano, no look, Cabasso on the way.
First quarter field goals, Red Bull 24%, Talking Tech 46. Talking Tech getting a better percentage from the field. What a shot there.
Almost but not quite para kay Lucy Valenzuela. Alapag to Camaso. Camaso hit a slam dunk earlier and he is fouled. He'll take 2. First personal laban kay Jovi Sese. And here's that slam dunk. Belano to Camaso all the way. Don Camaso, no doubt, experiencing a rebirth with the Talking Tech Phonepals. Kasi nung nandun po siya sa Alaska Aces, he felt like the lost man on offense. There are games wherein he wouldn't play at all. But with the Phonepals, yung team na pinanggalingan niya bago siya pupunta sa Alaska, getting more playing time this year, most definitely. Rodriguez, hand off for Torion. Torion on the move. They're very strict about that hand check and holding foul.
And I think it's up to the players to really adjust to that because they're definitely going to stay that way for the rest of the conference. And actually what it does is it just allows the perimeter players more movement towards the basket to speed up the game. Gives a little bit of an advantage to the slashers, the guys who like to drive to the hoop.
Points in the paint, oh my goodness. Red Bull only 2 points. Talking Tech with 20 big points in this shaded lane.
Wow. A locking advantage there for Talking Tech.
Over 2 minutes have elapsed here in the second quarter. Miller shooting over Robinson. That didn't work. Ball stays with Talking Tech. However, Miller, sinabayan na doon ni Rodriguez. And now, finally, Red Bull gets the ball. Robinson to Valenzuela, who slows down, and he gets it off the glass. 5 points pa rin ang lamang ng Talking Tech. Bola na kay Alapag. Galan. He'll shoot this. Top of the key. High looper. Every time Torion is on the hard court, parang bumibilis yung takbo ng ofensa ng Red Bull. But that time, Bernardo lost control, lost his footing, and lost the ball.
I'm sure Coach Shengao sometimes wishes Jimwell would just calm down a little bit. A little bit out of control also on that play.
Elan really has to protect the ball with his entire body, especially with Omanzi Rodriguez in his face.
Mark Talan around the basket is almost a short 2 points now. Certainly has improves his inside game.
And Valenzuela had nowhere to go, partly because of the defense of Mark Talan.
Well, they will allow you that bunny hop, but you must go up for the shot immediately. You can't take that bunny hop and then just pause, because they will call you for traveling.
Patrick Fran is back in the game. Si Don Belbalano is back on the bench. 33-26. Ito ang abante ng Phonepals. Alapag has the ball. There's a switch there. Camaso's being guarded by Jimwell Torion. But the Phonepals go to Telan up against Bernardo. 5 to shoot. Fall away. Wala. And Camaso struggling to get that basketball against 3 Red Bull big men.
And you could see that was going to happen because Jimwell Torion was actually stuck underneath the basket with Don Camaso. He tried his best to box him out, but that's malaking tao si Don Camaso. What a shot.
Another loose ball foul here called against Red Bull. It's going to be against Bernardo. Kanyang pangalawa. At yan na po ang pang-apat na team foul laban sa Red Bull. Mahigit 8 minuto pa ang natitira dito sa first half. Miller aggressively posting up to Topex Robinson. Miller has yet to score here, and he commits an offensive foul. Miller getting frustrated here. 0 out of 6 from the field.
Well, former teammates last year. These two guys have gone up against each other in practice. Oh, that's an offensive foul there. He stepped on top of him afterwards.
7 points, yan ang gustong burahin ng Red Bull Barako. Yan ang lamang ng talk and text. Bernardo jumps without the basketball. It will stay with Red Bull. And they will have 10 seconds to shoot.
Well, it would be hard for me to believe that Bernardo is going to be the first option for Red Bull offensively.
Valenzuela on the move. Got the pass, and he gets the layup. You know, Red Bull is also #1 in assists in the PBA.
Yes, they do play as a team, and despite the fact Talking Tex has controlled the first half, as Alapag makes this three-pointer, Red Bull has been hanging at their coattails the entire first half here.
Alapag makes it an 8-point game, 36-28 as we approach the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. Valenzuela, gusto iwanan si Fran. Tumira, there's a whistle. Garci Ferrer spots the foul. It will be against Fran.
Junti is one of those players that has a good in-between game. And what I mean by that is there are a lot of players who take three-pointers or either drive straight to the basket. Junti has a good 15 to 16-foot range game. And he has the ability to shoot over his opposing players.
He's trying to bounce back from a lethargic game against Shell, wherein he only scored 2 points. He was 1 out of 7 from the floor. And you know he can do better than that. He's averaging 13 points and 5 rebounds, 4 assists per game. What's also bugging Junti is his problems from Rainbow Country. He's normally a reliable 3-point shooter, but in this conference, he's only shooting 3 out of 13 from beyond the arc. Nevertheless, he cuts down the Phonepals lead to just 6 points. With under 7 minutes to go in the first half, Alapag misses the 3-pointer. Did I say that when Torion is on the floor, he really wants to push the ball?
Yes, he did, probably.
Robinson inside. At ito na si Alapag. Alapag has Telan on the right side. Bounce pass, Telan. Had to be creative there, and he got through the long arms of Rodriguez.
By switching it from his right to his left hand to get that shot off.
11 points para kay Mark Telan. Balik sa 8 ang abante ng Talking Tex. Valenzuela, turn around, top shot there. Rebound nakuha ni Miller. There's a foul in the backcourt. It will be against Robinson.
It's actually a good foul, as Jimmy Alapag would have had a wide open layup on the other end. And you can almost feel the Talking Tech team starting to pick up the intensity as Jimmy Alapag on the break. Watch this play here as Mark Talan's going to be sitting on air for a second. Goes to his left hand to get that shot off.
The old switcheroo. As Alapag slows things down, we're going to hit the 6-minute mark of the second quarter, and Alan Salangsang misses on the 3-point attempt. Valenzuela against Fran. Cross court, Torion, fake. Can't shoot, ibigay kay Bernardo. By the way, Villanueva is back in the game. 9 on the shot clock. Si Miller ang tatawagan ng foul. That's going to be his third. Pareho na sila ni Big Pablo with 3 personal fouls.
Right.
In the meantime, with 5:41 to go in the first half, timeout po ang Red Bull Barako. They're down by 8 points. 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the second quarter. Torion to Tugade. Tugade goes baseline. Aring na ilang sa depensa niya si De Ocampo. Torion. Pascalo. A tight pass there. Stolen eventually by Patrick Fran. Alapag. Dancing in a shaded lane. Pinasa kay De Ocampo. He almost got the reverse. One more try and it goes in.
And Yancy De Ocampo tonight, he's just too big for everybody on the basketball court.
Ito na po ang pinakamalaking lamang ng Talking Tech Phonepals, a 10-point lead. But quickly, Red Bull trims it down to single digits anew. They credit the basket to Lordy Tugade. He now has 8.
There he is again. So it's really been De Ocampo and Mark Talan who have done the majority of the damage here for Talking Tech here in the first half.
10 points para kay Yancy De Ocampo. At balik sa 10 ang kalamangan ng Talking Tech Phonepals. Nino Gelling is in the game for the first time. And last touch on Red Bull.
Take a look at the defense of Talking Tech. They're really forcing the wingmen of Red Bull to the baseline, to the sideline and to the baseline. They're trying to keep them out of the middle as much as possible. And that's really a philosophy of the coach there. And some coaches believe you can just play straight up. Others believe you can allow your guys to go down the middle and get help. And some coaches believe in forcing the offensive players either to the sideline or to the baseline.
Rapito falls down, and when he stood up, he fouled De Ocampo. And Yancy has been unstoppable here in the second period. Second personal laban kay Agapito.
De Ocampo has 10 points in the game, and it has appeared that he looks unstoppable because he's shooting a very high percentage in this game. Mark Talan also has 11 points, so a lot of their points coming probably inside the paint area.
He has scored 5 of his 11 points here in the second period. And I'm sure Joel Banal likes what he sees so far. Yung kanyang kupunan ay namamayani po. Nancy adding 5 rebounds to a total of 12 points in the first half. Torion. Iniwan si Alapag. Salangsang gave him the opening and he pays for it.
A good high screen there by Enrico, and no help defense coming up for the Talking Tech team. At some point, Coach Yangal, which I know he probably doesn't want to do, is going to have to decide whether he's going to throw somebody at De Ocampo, maybe run somebody at him defensively. I mean, you normally don't go into the game, Nico, wanting to double team Yancy De Ocampo. He is hot tonight. Oh, what a shot.
11 points for Yancy De Ocampo. 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 11 points for Yancy De Oc Perhaps one more reason why, despite the absence of Ashi Taulava, why Talking Tex is still successful. So many weapons to depend on.
Particularly from the perimeter. Let's face it, the combination of Jimmy Alapag and Willie Miller might be the best guard combination in the league.
What a pass! What a pass! Alapag just fooled everyone. He was looking at someone in the stands and just drilled that pass for Alan Salangsa. Villanueva. Pinas sa loob. And Torion passes it to the wrong man. Gelig chases the ball. De Ocampo firing away. Yeah!
And Red Bull is probably the worst team as far as committing turnovers, and Talking Tex Point is one of the best teams in turning turnovers into turnover points. That's what's happening here deep inside second quarter.
Lumalayo na dito ang Talking Tex. Torion nowhere to go. 5 seconds to shoot para sa Red Bull. Torion firing away. Big break for Red Bull. That offense was going nowhere. 14 po ang abante ng Talking Tex Phonepals. Sila po ang nangunguna sa ating team standings with 7 wins and just 1 loss. And 1 loss coming in the hands of Barangay Ginebra.
They'll help defense once again as Ocampo is just eating up all of the defenders for the Red Bull team. I think Coach Jengao might have to double team him at some point the way he's going right now.
He has scored 10 of his 16 points dito po sa second quarter. Villanueva gustong bumawi. A top shot inside. At si De Ocampo, abay, meron na pong 7 rebounds. So, bad pass there by Gelig. Rookie mistake there. Here's Torion. Torion, 15-footer. No!
Look at the defense of Red Bull. There's very little pressure on the basketball. And Talking Tex, they're doing everything they want at will at this point.
Red Bull gets the steal. Here's Baguio. And he tries to pass to Garchi Ferrer.
Who's the referee? That won't work.
That's one of Red Bull's biggest problems. Turnovers dito sa Philippine Cup, kaya ito napapailing na lang si Coach Yeng Giao. May timeout po tayo. Talking Tex, lumayo po dito sa second quarter. They're on top 52-36. We have a timeout. Back inside the Cuneta Astrodome. Ito po yung naganap kanina. The first game was a shootout between Paulo Mendoza and Renren Ritualo. Ritualo 26. But it was no match for Paulo Mendoza, who had 35 booming points, including 9 3-pointers. He even made the big shots down the stretch as Santa Lucia defeats FedEx 124-118. And back to this game. Nogate gets the rebound. Talking Tex, nakalayo po. This is the second quarter behind the hot hand of Yancy De Ocampo. and the errors of Red Bull.
Big turnover pop. And that's been the Achilles heel of the Red Bull team here in the first half.
Delano to Salangsa. He'll take the three, and he won't make it. Baguio on the move here. That will be the 15th foul of the Phonepals, with only 19 seconds to go in the second quarter. So no free throws yet to be awarded here to Red Bull, although both teams are now in the penalty.
And a lot to talk about in the halftime break for the Red Bull team. To find a way to cut down their turnovers and also to get back on defense after they commit turnovers and not allow Talking Tech to get a lot of turnover points.
Togade trying to do a solo act there, and Gelig gets the rebound. 5 seconds to go. Gelig nagmamadali. Gelig still has the ball against former teammate Baguio. Back pass Alamsan. That was a good setup job by Gelig. You thought he was going all the way, but his eyes were on Talangsang all throughout that motion. So a strong second quarter allows the Phonepals to move ahead, 52-36, laban sa Red Bull Barangay.